So welcome to my first DIY that doesn't involve a butt crack. Yes. What's up, guys, family? Welcome back to the channel, and to those of you who haven't been here before, welcome to, dare I say, the happiest place on the internet. Alright, now to the point of the video. The category for today's DIY is handbag, round handbag or purse, if that's what you want to call it, with lovely detailing and Ankara print or whatever print you choose, really. And look at this, look at the size of this. I can fit a picnic blanket, a bottle of water, a spliff and a lighter in here. So let me tell you, this is going to be my bag all summer when summer comes. Alright, so let me walk you through this DIY and how I made this beautiful bag out of cheap, thrifted material. So I used 2 table mats that I got from the thrift store, and they cost me about $1 or less. I'll put it up here, what it costs in US dollars and pounds. And also some Ankara fabric that I bought a couple of years ago on one of my trips to Africa. So that's what we're using, along with some basic sewing tools I'm going to show you right now. And not everything in this pile was used. I didn't end up needing it, but I did need the pen, the scissors, the glue, and I used some universal glue. No guys, not Gorilla Glue. And a paintbrush to just smooth that glue out so we don't have like globs and dabs of it all over the place. The material that you're looking at is the only material that I'm using to create the bag that I just show you, and I think that, if anything, deserves a like. So hit that like button for me, will ya? Alright, cool, good, let's continue. So I'm starting off with my table mats, and the first thing I'm showing you how to do is how I created the handles for the bag. So I saw that there was this half circle shape, and when I saw it I felt like I can cut out the pattern or the design that's inside of that, and voila, I have an instant handle for my bag. Now you're probably not going to be able to find exactly these table mats at home or at the thrift store, but you can always just use an X-Acto knife or a really sharp pair of scissors and cut that out instead, and voila, you will have handles just like I do. And the material that these table mats are made from is felt, and so it's quite strong. I believe that I'll be able to carry at least my summer essentials in this bag without it bursting. Like, see, I think it's pretty okay. And yeah, obviously I have to create a handle on both of the table mats because we need 2 handles. Alright, and we are done. And once I've done this step, it's time to come back in with the fabric. So what I'm going to do is just trace the shape of the table mats. Placemats? I don't know. Anyway, trace it onto the fabric, cut that out, and then we're going to glue each piece of fabric to each placemat, table mat, whichever one floats your boat. Alright, the fabric's way too much, we need to cut it. Alright, boom, nice, we have our 2 pieces of fabric. Now it's time to glue them onto our 2 table mats. You guys, I ended up having to just take a breather, sip some tea. You know I need my tea to calm me down. If you're a regular on the channel, you know that. So I'm gluing the fabric right side outward, so right side towards the pattern, because obviously it's going to show through the pattern, so you want people to see the right side of the fabric, not the faded wrong side. But with this fabric, if I had made that mistake, it wouldn't have been obvious, honestly, because it's pretty, it looks almost the same on both sides. So I'm using my glue here, like I said, universal glue. So I'm gluing the fabric onto the placemats, like so, like you see me doing in the video. Nothing complicated, super easy. Guys, I told you this DIY is super easy, and it looks so good when you're done. Alright, so just smoothing that out to make sure that the fabric is properly stuck. Now my two sides ready, and it's time to put them together. So it's back to my Ankara fabric, and we're going to fill in that space there. So here's the fabric. This line is the line that I'm going to follow, and I'm going to fold the fabric in half because I don't have any lining that's going to make the fabric stiffer, and because I want more of stiffness, or a bit more stiffness, I'm going to fold it in half. So I'm just following this line that's conveniently here on the fabric. I don't need to measure anything. That's perfect. Like how much more easy could this DIY project have been, right? Now it's time to pin it onto the table mat, and I just folded that top edge first so that I have a nice clean edge. And now I'm just pinning the fabric, the edge of the fabric, onto the edge of the table mat, and I'm pinning it on the inside. See, I pinned it on the inside of the table mat, and now took it to the machine, and it's time to sew it. Guys, so a little fun fact, I got the entire idea of making this DIY from my mom, who came home with a completely different pair of of table mats, and you see her in the video working on hers. She got kind of I'll use the word she used. She said she was jealous because I ended up finding a nicer pair of table mats. So she was kind of mad. Alright, so there are two things that I want you to be really wary of when you are pinning your fabric onto the table mat, and that is, one, pin the edge of the fabric to the edge of the table mat. Get the edge of the table mat and the edge of the fabric to really line up nicely before you pin. The second thing I want you to think about is that you're pinning, like you saw in the video, and I'm going to show you here again, you're pinning the fabric on the inside part of your table mat, so not the outside, because then you're going to ruin this nice beautiful finish that you have. So you're pinning onto the inside so that you get this look. Alright, clean edge, and you sew your fabric onto the inside part of the table mat. Alright, but yeah, here it is after I've sewn the fabric on, and then you just do the exact same thing with the other side of the fabric, pinning it to the other table mat. And I like to say that when I did it, I pinned my handles together just to make sure that they were properly lined up so that it wouldn't end up being kind of wonky and, you know, off center when I was finished. Sadly, my camera died right after that clip, so I don't have any footage of me finishing the bag up. But like I said, you just do the exact same thing on the other table mat, or the other half of the bag, because at this point I don't feel like we should be calling it a table mat anymore, because we've done so much amazing work to make it look so nice and put so much effort into it. But that's like all I did. Super simple. So it's that simple. All you need is 2 table mats and some fabric and a little bit of time, effort, and love. Everything I do with love, I'm telling you, darlings. That's it. It really did not take me a long time to complete this DIY, although if I did it again, if I made another bag, I would do it even faster, because this is literally the prototype, like, and this is how it turned out. And dare I say, it turned out really nice, guys. So if you're still here watching the video, I think that you should definitely subscribe, because you watch me do the whole thing, and yeah, join me for more stuff because you obviously like it. And if you hate it, I feel like you should still stick around regardless, because maybe something else I post might be more to your liking. But this is all for today's video, and until the next video, I want for you to take care of yourself and drink your water, mind your business. I'll see ya. Oh, and like I said, you may not be able to find exactly this gorgeous table mat or placemat. However, something, oh god, something with my eye. This is why I don't like to wear makeup. Something with my damn eye. I should use mascara. Sure. Shit, man, something going with my damn blasted eye. Okay, we're back.